right, guys, well, most of you know me, but I'm Ayla, and thanks for orbiting in the space today to grow and expand with your chosen soul group for this moment. We're gonna begin just grounding into our space. I'd like everyone to get nice and comfy, sit, begin by closing your eyes. My music's not working. Take a couple deep breaths. One deep breath in, and hold it. And 3, 2, 1, release. Stick with the cycle a few times. Start connecting to your micro-orbit breathing by envisioning a circular pattern going through your body. On the inhale, down your body, through your root chakra, up towards your shoulders, and on the exhale, come around your head and back in your mouth. Focus on that micro-orbit breathing. Can everyone hear me? Okay, first of all, sorry. Focus on that micro-orbit breathing for just a couple more cycles. Put your hands to your chest and start to sway back and forward, really connecting into the space and deep within yourself. Begin connecting to who you are. So who are you? What do you want? What is your purpose? How can you serve? What are you grateful for? Begin relaxing into your mind, opening up your heart space. Tune into your body and be here in this present moment. Begin to melt further into your space. What do you hear? How does the wind feel? How does the space beneath you feel? Bring your awareness to your breath and start further grounding yourself into this practice. Softening your breath by focusing on long, lengthened exhales. Begin melting into your body, melting away tensions from the top of your head, the muscles around your eyes, relaxing your jaw, neck, shoulders, and really connecting and opening up to your heart space. Allowing that love and light from the divine to flood into you now. And now that we're in this space of intention and gratitude, let's start thinking about your intention for this journey. It can be for your experience to reimagine or redirect a new way forward in life. Some of my favorite intentions are trust and surrender. It is my intention as your facilitator today to hold a safe space conducive for deep presence, authentic connection, freedom of expression, and deep transformational healing to openly flow. In this space, we get to practice welcoming any and all layers of ourselves to be expressed and embraced by our oneself and community. Releasing trapped, unprocessed emotions can be challenging, so give yourself grace and always return to a place of patience, compassion, and gratitude through all that may rise. This journey has taken the most powerful components of different healing modalities to foster a breakthrough experience and foster a connection deep within yourself through elemental entrainment, the simplicity of your own breath, embodiment, You will leave here feeling present, connected, and vitally alive. Trust in your body's innate ability to process and release trapped challenges somatically. The breath, this technique of breath work is a form of psychedelic breathing. Stay consciously connected to it. Many leave here with a clear mind, expanded awareness and intuition, feeling present, connected, and peaceful. We are going to be connecting to the universal life force of Reiki as well. It's something that innately lives inside of all of us. So to amplify that feeling now, I want you to silently repeat after me. I am now connecting to the universal life force energy and spiritual wisdom of Reiki to openly flow through my body and through my healing hands. At this time, I'd like to let you know that we're going to be doing a little light touch. If anyone's not okay with that, just please raise a finger. Okay. We can all open our eyes, and we're going to be tapping into the awakening mudra. Start connecting to your heart space and tapping into it. This invokes enlightenment, greater awareness, releases fear, and opens up your energetic heart space. Connecting to the universe and connecting to the earth and within ourselves. Rub your hands together to feel that connection. And with every breath in, feel the power that you've just created within your hand space. On every inhale, it gets bigger, it expands, connecting deep within ourselves, connecting to the elements, connecting with the universe and the cosmos. Play with that energy. Feel its movement. Feel that vibration we've already created together as a group. And take one more breath in. So we're going to be going over breathing mechanics now. We're going to have 5 different ones. And don't worry, I'll be guiding you through the whole process, but I just want to make sure everyone has the mechanics okay. The first one we're going to connect to is our earth element. And that's going to be 4 counts in and 4 counts out. So first, I want you to put your hand on your belly and your chest. Take a deep breath in, only expanding your belly. Just feel what that feels like. So the one we're going to be working with today is a deep yogic breath. And we're going to be expanding into our belly and move that like a wave-like motion up into your chest. Now remember, we release energy 3 ways: through movement, breath, and sound. So the more you release with sound and your breath, the more you're releasing and the more you're in tune with this journey. You want to feel your belly, chest, exhale. And that's our deep earth breath. Everyone got that? The next one is the water element, and it's in 2, out 2. Very sharp, in through the nose, out through the mouth always. Feeling that wave. So we're going to get quicker and quicker. The next one is air, in, out. And last is our fire. You're gonna be focusing on out, directly through the nose. Don't worry about the inhale, it naturally takes care of itself. Just pushing out. That's your dragon breath, your fire breath. And then we'll only be doing that about 20 seconds through these rounds, and it's the hardest. And after that, we'll be doing the Bhramari breath, or the breath hold. So we'll take a deep breath in, hold for 10 to 15 seconds, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And when you exhale, exhale with a hum. It activates your vagus nerve and creates nitric oxide in your body. So those are our breathing elements. Everyone good on those? So just a couple things to expect somatically. The temperature changes in auditory, visions, deep mystical meditative experiences. Emotions may rise, some good, some bad and challenging. Anxiety might come up. Just, I want you to lean into the process. You're here for a reason, and release it however you need. Grunt, laugh, scream, kick, pound on the floor, whatever you need to release it, anything that's coming up. And the last is tetany. Tetany feels like your hands lock up and you have no control over them. But don't worry, as soon as you go back to your breathing, it all goes back. And it just means you're doing nice, controlled, connective breathing. You're just doing it correctly. This process has a different way to heal and shift and release. And just stay connected to your power of self-awareness, of curiosity, of self-discovery, and your body's powerful ability to somatically release anything that's coming up. If it does ever feel too overwhelming, just go back to have awareness to your breath and focus on those long, lengthened exhales. You have the power to create and release here. So just go with that flow. Emotions are simply energy in motion. So how we move is how we create. So we're going to begin with a few moments of movement to connect to our primal selves. This intention is to open up your body and get energy flowing. As humans, we hold on to tension, emotions, and traumas, and it leaves us physically clenching and tensing up, which is not a healthy release. But in the wild, after a traumatic event, many animals will go into a seizure-like state and shake it off, releasing any memory of that traumatic event. But as humans, we fail to adapt to this method. So as we move into this flow state, I give you permission to be free. I invite you to let go and be wild. So we're going to begin with a few moments of movement. Does anyone have any questions before we start? All right, everyone stand up. Get out of your mind and in your bodies. Get loose. Bounce your knees. Stomp your feet. Move your hips. Surrender and trust the process. Start releasing self-judgment. Move into what feels right, what feels free, what feels best for ultimate transformation. Start connecting with your tribal energies, the true essence of your primal self. Yell, scream, grunt, laugh. Get it out. Be present with your sensations rising. Let it rise. Let it out. Start connecting to your breath. Feel the energy moving. Feel it connecting. The elements are here with us today. Loosen up your spine. Loosen up your arms. Loosen your body. Feel your sensations rising. Start connecting with that intention. Good job, guys. Okay. Woo! You feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do just about a minute of stillness. Start connecting with that intention. Sometimes after that, you get a release. Something comes into your mind. It really just encourage you to lean into that sensations. Whether you are here for that intention or not, whatever's releasing and coming up in your body is what's supposed to happen on this journey. So get nice and comfy. We're gonna have about a minute before we start the journey. Can you hear the music over here?
Yep.
Okay. Make it a little louder.
I like the ground.
He's connecting with Earth.
Yeah, it's my first time.
So you can lay however you want. I highly encourage you to lay back. Open up your spine, uncross any limbs. That's just really how energy flows through you. The fastest, quickest way. But however you're comfy, you can sit up. This is ultimately your journey. Okay. We're gonna start with those deep earth breaths. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Really connecting and grounding. Stick with that breath. Feeling anchored, safe, secure in this moment. You are supported and witnessed. Moving into water. In, two, out, two. Begin leaning into your breath, being present in this moment. Let the music inspire you. Connect your breath to the rhythm. Sync with your soul family here today and now. And we're gonna stay in water for a little while here. Remember, the more sound you make, the more you release right into it. Feel your vibrations rising, getting lightheaded, all the way in your head. Good job. Understanding yourself is power. Loving yourself is freedom. Forgiving yourself is peace. Start connecting to the elements. We are earth, grounding in the here and now. Earth brings seasonal changes and growth. We are water, scattering. We are air, scattering our seeds of manifestation, creating a positive flow. We are fire, transmuting and burning away all that is no longer in alignment. And we are water, taking on a new form, persistence, strength, reimagining a new way forward. We are the universe. Connect to those cosmos. And in 3, 2, 1, shifting to air. In, out. Scatter those seeds of manifestation. Create that positive flow. And moving to fire. Out, 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 through the nose. Be here for 20 or 30 seconds. You got this. Ignite those flames. All right, take a deep breath in and hold it. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Feel the energy building into your head, up and out of the cosmos, connecting you to infinite love and wisdom. And when you exhale, exhale with a hum. And hold on empty for just a second. And when you're ready, go back into those deep earth breaths on the count of 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Feeling safe. Being present with somatic sensations rising. In, 2, out, 2. Going into our water breath. In, 2, out, 2. Belly, chest, exhale. Feel the sensations building. What does it feel like Come back to those questions deep within yourself. Who are you? What do you want? What is your purpose? How may you serve? What are you grateful for? Feel it in your body. Where do you feel tense? Gently welcome your breath to go deeper into those spots, to soften those spots. What does it feel like? If you were to give it a color, what color would it be? What shape would it be? Does it have an edge? Does it have an end? Where do you feel safe? Breathe into those spaces now and soften. Release it out. Soften into your spaces. And transitioning to air, in, out. Breathe in that prana, that life force energy that makes you feel vitally alive. That's here to move us, to free us. The breath gives us our power to do our own co-creating, to set us free. Have the courage and willingness to be present with what's coming up. Switching to fire, out, out, out. And take a deep breath in. Envision a light traveling up your spine. Squeeze your abdominals. Feel the pressure rising, building up into your head and connecting you with the cosmos, connecting you to infinite love and wisdom. And put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And when you exhale, exhale with a hum. Hold on empty. Going back into earth. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Connect to the rhythm of the music. Allow it to connect you, inspire you, move you. And into water. In, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out, 2. Belly, chest, exhale. We are water. We are powerful and dynamic. We have the ability to transform, to reimagine a new way forward. Connect within this element now. You're doing great. Sharp inhales. Remember to release with all the sound that you have. Just let it all go. Soften your entire body with every breath in. Releasing restrictions, tension, any restricted spot. Use your breath to guide you, to empower you. You got this. Inviting the breath to go just a bit deeper now into all your crevices. Where do you need it, the release? Where do you feel it in your body? Be present with what's coming up for you. Connect with the universe. And moving into air. In, out. More seconds. So proud of all of you. Release it. Shifting into that fire. Out, out, out. Extinguish those limiting beliefs. Extinguish what is no longer in alignment with you. Ignite your courage. Ignite your power. And take a deep breath in. Visualize a light traveling up your spine. Squeeze your abdominals. Building, rising up into your head, connecting with the cosmos, into infinite love and wisdom. And take a deep breath in. Hold on empty. Start connecting with those earth breaths again. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. You're safe. Keep going. I'm so proud of you. Have the courage and willingness to feel what's coming up for you. Even though you're in this place of challenge and discomfort, you deeply and fully embrace yourself, every part of yourself, connecting to water. In, 2, out, 2. Release it. This is the energy that needs to come out. You guys are so powerful. You're doing great. You got this. Feel the energy in motion. Feel what needs to be coming out. All your tension that's been subsiding in your body, waiting for this moment to be released. Let it out. Feel it rising. Feel the energy moving. Visualize a cord coming out of your body and into the earth, draining the energy, giving it back to the earth where she can take it and transmute it. Breathe in gratitude, love, and patience. There's a lot happening, a lot rising. Stay connected to your compassionate self. And in 3, 2, 1, air breath. In, out, in, out. Sorry. And take a full breath in and hold it. Feel the light coming up your spine, the pressure building in your head, connecting you to infinite love, wisdom, and light. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and when you release, release with a hum. Just a couple more rounds. Whenever you're ready, come back into those deep earth breaths again. Ground yourself. Anchor yourself. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. And moving into water. In, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out, 2. Belly, chest, exhale. Be here in this present moment. Feel your sensations. Feel your place of tension. Visualize that grounding cord releasing, draining. Visualize your breath moving through taut constrictions, tension. Have the courage and willingness to be present, to feel what is coming up. Stick with that water breath. Don't forget to release with the sound. What is coming up for you in your mind? What posture does your body want to do? Do you want to make a fist? Do you want to stomp on the ground? Do you want to move that energy through movement? Feel free to move freely, however you may like. Soften and embrace the last parts of you. We have one more round after this. Be free. Free yourself. Let loose. The breath is more powerful than you'll ever know. Breathe in those places of contraction, constriction. Good job, Callie. Move it out. Stomp your feet. Punch the air. And moving into air. In, out, in, out. Coming up to dragon breath. Out, out, out. Extinguish those limiting beliefs. Ignite your courage. Relinquish your restrictions, your old stories. Burn anything that is no longer in alignment to your higher purpose. And take a deep breath in and hold it. Feeling the light traveling up your spine, rising, building in your head, connecting you to the cosmos, into that infinite love and wisdom. Put your tongue to the roof of your mouth and exhale with that hum. Hold on empty. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. This is the last round. Give me all you have, everyone. Let it all out. we go. Shifting to water. In, 2, out, 2. Softening your whole body now. Every breath you take, breathing in infinite love, wisdom, compassion, and patience for yourself. We are human. Energy is a part of being human. Move those emotions out. Going into air, in, out, in, out. Transition to fire. Out, out. Take your last big breath in and hold it. Envision that light traveling up your spine again, rising, building, rising those vibrations, connecting you to that infinite love, the wisdom. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and exhale with a hum. You did it, guys. Now for the next 10 minutes, I want you to integrate what you just went through, focusing on that micro-orbit breathing. Visualize it, traveling down the front of your body, directly through your root chakra, up your back and up over your head. Allow divine love to flow into your body now.
Breathe.
To flow into you, to flow around you, to surround you, to go above you, to go below you, to grow you, to guide you. We're gonna do a little heart coherence. Go back into that space of gratitude. Think of something that you are grateful for. Visualize it in your mind. Focus on that feeling. What does it feel like? Where do you feel it? Bring that gratitude up and into your heart space and fully breathe it in. Allow that feeling to expand into every cell of your being.
Breathe.
Now go to a moment when the younger version of yourself existed. It can be from yesterday or a few days ago. or when you were a child. But go to that moment and be there with yourself. Stare directly into your eyes in that moment and focus on that feeling. Now imagine a beam of energy coming out of your heart, streaming back into your heart, giving and receiving that feeling of gratitude. Feel the connection within yourself. What is coming up for you? What do you feel? What do you need? Embrace yourself in this moment. Now, more importantly than the statements I'm about to make are the feelings that they invoke inside of you. Try to feel these feelings without judgment.
Breathe.
Thank you. Thank you for being here today and doing the hard, uncomfortable work. Thank you for life's journeys. Thank you for having the power and the courage and willingness and the curiosity of self-discovery and self-empowerment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making mistakes. I'm sorry for diminishing my power. I'm sorry for not always being true to my authentic self. I forgive you. We are only human. We all make mistakes. I forgive you fully right now in this space. I love you. I love you for who you are. I love you for all of your special qualities and your imperfections. I love you. You can keep in this process as long as you're being guided to do so. And whenever you're ready to come back, start coming back into your body by slowly wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Do some reflections. I'm so proud of you for doing that hard and comfortable work. And I'm so honored that you were here to do the journey with us today. How's everyone feeling? Yeah? Yay! anyone would like to share, I highly encourage you and invite you to just share a little bit deeper within with your group of what you went through, but of course you don't have to. How's everyone feeling? Revived. Good. Thank you for being here. Good, we all do.
Always, yeah.
Always, every day. Well,
Challenging all the different elements.
mhm. And this is something we have the power to do every single day, is just tap into our awareness and the powerful simplicity of our own breath. So you can do this at home when you're sleeping, meditating.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Drama.
We'll go imprint that raised energetic signature onto the world and go do some world-changing shit, you guys. I believe in you. Yay, let's boogie.